I'll refresh over here and we'll get started with the White Sox. Oh boy. The ratings are going to go down here if I talk about this game for too long between the White Sox and the Royals. The Royals are actually, they're $1.55, you guys. The Royals are $1.55. This game must count for 30 wins or something here today. The total, look at that, nine. It's 9.5 over 20 now. Maybe that was a line out there at one particular book, but oh man, this is a bad one here. And I'm sure you guys will have some picks on it. I researched the game for some reason, just like clockwork. So yeah, in this one, look, it opened mostly around this price. Maybe it opened as low as $1.40-ish, $40 to $1.45 maybe here. Schultons and Reagans in this one. And let's see here with the matchup. All right, Schulten's a 6.2 ERA in his last 4 starts. He's got an 0-3 record. With Schulten's, the White Sox have lost 7 of his last 8 starts. He's gone over in 3 straight. Ragans continues to be a nice story here. He's made just 7 starts, but he's 2-0 with a 1.42 ERA in his last 3 starts. He's gone under in 6 of his 7 starts so far, has Ragans. The Royals have lost 8 of their last 9 games. I gave out the Red Sox. I had a winner somewhere. A Red Sox on the run line here yesterday on the show. Mindy and I did. Hope you guys didn't lose this one for the subscribers to the premiums, but because we didn't have a win, but probably got a push out of that. If you got 8.5, I'm sorry. We went under. We finished at 9, I think, in that one. And I think we gave it out at 9, and it was a push. So, and the worst thing was we got the worst of the number. Maybe even got a better number than that, but I thought I saw as high as 10. We went under 9. But anyways, for the Royals, 20 games under 500 at home, and they're $1.55 here. Can you really take the Royals here? White Sox, we know they've lost 15 of their last 21 games. Why are we spending so much time on Schulten's? Has been a total money burner in his games. I don't like this one at all. And man, the total just keeps going higher and higher too. I want to pass, but that's not part of the plan here on the show. The White Sox are plus a 1.5 at minus 140, and that's, oh boy. I think the Royals are going to win this game, and let me go to the chat. I just don't want to lay that price. Who would want to lay that price? Here's Ron Hahn says, give me the Royals on the money line. Michael Roberts, Royals money line. Gosh. I understand, we're making picks here. Royals money line. Howard says go under. Here's Frankie Diamond saying going under. The steam came in on the over, and that's why this one has been pushed up so much. Beanie Man says the Royals. And Brent here, Royals 2-8 in their last 10. So I think the Royals are going to win. This is just a free pick. I think I'm going to take the Royals because you guys are. I cannot recommend laying this price. If anything, I should be on the White Sox, but I don't think they're going to win this game. And maybe this is this the trap you guys are always talking about? Is this the books are begging you to bet on this team type of thing that I never understand what people are saying when they say that? I'm kidding you. I know what they mean, but I just think it's always one of the most, worst cliches in sports betting. But if you guys want to say it, go ahead. JD, are you saying the number is 10 somewhere now? I wouldn't be surprised. If it's 10, I'm probably willing to come in on the over. Here's Butterscotch. Why am I talking? Because there's not enough games. Over here. Yeah, Omar, Angel. So, like I said, the dogs rolled on Friday and Saturday, the favorites came back strong yesterday. Numbers gang here today. Good to see you. He said Rutgers. I think everybody said Rutgers except Mindy and I. So no problem there. I was actually, I'm trying to have a soft spot for Northwestern, and I think they can be proud of themselves yesterday despite the loss. And it's just a crummy story what went on there. Okay, get me out of this game. I'm going to have to make a pick. I guess I'm going to go with the Royals just because it's a free play. It's on the show, and I just think the Royals are going to win. And no one's saying that Ramon don't do it type of thing. Thank you, Nathan. That settles it. I'm going to take the Royals. And you know how they say, you gotta, you bet I bet every game, I try to bet it. Might not bet this. I might be just giving it out. I might not bet it. I might just give it out on the show and you guys go ahead, take it. Go with it. Well, I don't know. It's the only American League game. It's the only American League game that starts at 11 o'clock my time, so I have to bet it. I'll take the Royals here in this one. If it goes to 10, probably going to be on the under, and probably going to be on the under as a play. Maybe not a premium, but I probably would bet that. At 9, when you saw that 9 over 35, that was probably even a little too high. I've been thinking over in this game the whole way, but now that the steam's hit it, it's going higher. If it gets to 10, that's when I'm willing to come back on the under. I know that's really only not even a full run of difference, but that's the margins in Major League Baseball, really. Unless you really have a strong opinion. I don't know what Teresa says. I think she likes KC. And I wasn't surprised when the Kentucky Fried Chicken across the street closed down because they got work to do. All right. Hello, Dre. We've got through one game so far. The Giants and the Cubs with a really good pitching matchup in a really important game. We talked about the wild card race. Right now, with the 4 teams in the National League, you've got the Cubs. They're in position right now, 3 games ahead of the Giants in the wild card race. Also tied with the Giants, Arizona, Miami, Cincinnati. Only one of those 4 teams, unless the Phillies or the Cubs come back to earth, or the Padres can. I'm not going to talk about the Mets. I can barely talk about the Padres. I can't talk about the Mets or the Pirates because there's just too many teams, right? So out of Arizona, Miami, San Francisco, and Cincinnati, one of those teams is going to make the playoffs, it looks like. Let's give Philadelphia and the Cubs some credit for their current position. Sure, they could, lose that position. 2 of those teams could get in if things turn around. But when you got a pitcher like Justin Steele, who all of a sudden is being mentioned in that Cy Young race with his 2.69 earned run average. He's a favorite here at $1.35. The total 9 under 20 now. This one is definitely seeing some pressure down on the under here. I saw 9.5s. Juiced 9.5 to the under, but looks to me like this one has chopped off a full half a run overnight in this one. So let me just take a quick note here. I see some steam coming in on a game. I do want to mention it, but it's a game that's coming up, so I'm just going to reserve that. Get to your comments now as well on this game, as well as our preview of the game with the Giants and the Cubs. So for Logan Webb, a ERA close to 4 in his last 5 starts. He's been kind of eliminated now, I think, from that Cy Young content. Not enough wins probably or stats to get him there. Giants have lost 4 straight. It was a lost weekend for the Giants against my Padres. Pardon me, you guys. Lost weekend for my Giants against the Padres. I'm also eating pizza here at 6:30 in the morning. Great lifestyle when you're a sports betting fool. So, Steele, a 6-0 record with a 3.86 ERA in his last 8 starts. And how about his record. In the last 13 starts, the Cubs are 12-1 with Steele on the mound. The Cubs have won 8 of their last 12 games. I don't know if it's the best spot. The price is kind of telling me the Giants might be the spot here in this game. What do you guys think? Man, this total is getting beat down for sure. Can I still get on this under? Because that's where I wanted to go. Let me get the comments from the chat here before I. Okay, I think we're here with Jay Smooth first. He's got the Cubs. Numbers Gang does say under. Dre's got a nerfy here. Well, for Webb, he's allowed a run in 25% of his starts this season, 7 for 28. For Steele, he's allowed a run in the first inning in just 4 of 25 starts. Butterscotch says, don't bet against Steele right now. He's hot. Never bet against him. Could he win that? Hey, if he can go out there today and have a solid start, here's Teresa, Cubs, first half money line. Well, Steele has a first 5 record of 16, 4, and 5. Meanwhile, Webb has a first 5 record of 11, 8, and 9. 9 ties is a lot, considering even with 5 innings. I mean, of course, you're going to have some ties, but that is kind of peculiar that really either win, loss, or tie equal there. Okay, Cubs and under for Verley. I'm going to have some trouble with this one right now because my numbers are kind of say I'm not going to give out. I'm going to give out the total, I'm sure, in this game. Let you guys handle the side. Under here. Here's Tone Miggins. Hi, Tone. Nice to see you. Going on talking about that first game, I just want to shout out Tone over there from one of the channels that I follow that I'm a big fan of. And here's a Big Lucci Giants struggling on the road, right? And funny, right? Because remember, they were strong earlier in the season on the road. That's what made them so impressive to me. I didn't realize it was 4 because they're just a handful of games under 500 on the road. All right, freezing here today. I don't know what they're saying, but want to say hi. All right, do we got any more? No, Brent, I'm a Pepsi guy. There's no doubt about it. Probably going to lead to my downfall here. Too much Pepsi. And let's see. Teresa got a K-prop here. Here's Solo on the Cubs. And more so, not enough. I've retired from slow pitch softball. I know that's not saying a lot, but I was playing like 5 days a week, and I was in shape. Well, I was in shape as I could be for a pizza eating, Pepsi drinking sports gambler sitting there all day. Michael Roberts, Cubs and over. Clyde says, Giants, we need it. Omar maybe contrarian here on this one. Definitely getting a pretty good price. It's not like these teams are total. Like I said, Steele's gone over in 6 of his last 7. Even though I mentioned the Cubs having gone under in 6 of their last 7, Giants have gone under in 5 of their last 7, and Webb has gone under in 7 of his last 10. So I'm on the under here. Get your plays in. We're going to move on. And maybe, look, the $1.45, the $1.35, man, we'll see. I mean, the thing is, I wanted to consider Cubs for a premium, and then my computer says, take those Giants. And boy, you always got to respect the computer. Curvin going under, Nathan on the Cubs, Law Dog with a prop. Michael Burrows, hello today. Good to see you. And K's on the Cubs. And Michael Burrows, does he mean the White Sox, the Red Sox, or does he want to see my Sox? That would be creepy. And Butterscotch says, don't forget the win Scotch, I'll check it if you want. If you didn't do it, I want to kind of keep moving. But to me, if the total's moving under, I'm not sure there's going to be. Uh, yeah, maybe because we got two solid pitchers and it is a 9. So maybe I can take just a quick peek at it before we get done. You guys are still commenting on the game. Beanie Man on the Cubs. But there's so many games here. So there's not a lot of games, actually. 10 or 9 or 10. But I don't know if my computer can get going here and get me to where I need to be in time to tell you about the weather. Go under. No need to think about it. Okay, good. I won't because just wanted to. Let's see. Oh, I have. Okay, let me take a look. I got it over here. Wind blowing out to left, center. So that, little bit of trepidation there. No, I don't know. Thomas Lewis, I don't know what the 11 stands for. Let's move on. Well, let's see if the Astros can get it back on track after what happened. This is going to be a hot series with these two teams, certainly. Wind in Chicago, by the way, 5 to 7 miles an hour, blowing from, like I said, out to the left center, maybe right to left, right to left center. Astros and Rangers here with France going up against Hahne. And Hahne is going to take favoritism here in this one. The Yankees, again, right, what I kind of said. Sometimes when these big market teams fall out of contention, that's when they're most dangerous because now they're just going up there. You're true talent. You're loose. You're not pressured by all the money you're making, and you can just go out there and flail away. It doesn't matter what happens, and look what happens, right? I think that's the key there. They end up wiping out the Astros in that series, including the Sunday night game. So in this one, you got Hahne here, $1.15 currently. Yeah, maybe it might even be moving close to a pick. The total is 9.5, shaded to the under now. So I think it's a little bit of a tick to the under from bettors this morning. I don't know if there's any necessarily reported steam here that came in on this one with France going up against Hahne. Let's take a look at this one with the Astros and the Rangers. France has a 4.29 ERA in his last 7 starts. Houston has won his last 4 road starts. Houston losing those 3 games. They're still, it's not a far trip certainly here against Texas, but this is a bit of a rivalry certainly. France pitched against Texas back just on July 25th. He gave up 1 run in 7 innings. The Rangers have still lost 12 of their last 14 games now, but yesterday they did get the job done against the Twins. The Rangers are one of the best home teams. They've gone over in 8 of their last 11. The Astros have gone over in 17 of their last 26 games. Hahne has a 4.3 ERA in his last 4 starts. Rangers have won 5 of his last 7 starts. Let's go to the chat and see what you guys have to say with the Astros and the Rangers. Hey, Mo Harris is here today. He's not fond of the Rangers, but he's got that FSU. And it's good to see, some times there with FSU, even over the last, not what we were used to for a few years, but just to have them in contention here, FSU. They're not back, but they're kind of back, and it was looking good. And obviously their quarterback looks very, very good. Still, numbers gang on the Astros. But Scotch not too thrilled about Hahne in this one. He's got a 4.16 ERA this season. France comes in with a 3.49 ERA overall. Numbers gang, how about a Nerfy? Well, for France, he's allowed a run in 5 of his 19 starts this season. Hahne, he's allowed to run in 7 of 26. Brent Cook's got the Astros on the money line. Here's Thomas Lewis, Astros. And Michael, that's a little creepy, man. Probably going to get rid of you here. I thought you were here before, but probably going to dump you here in a second. I'm going to have to think about it. Here's Jay Smoove on the Astros and Frankie Diamond on the Astros. And here's Dre on the over, Michael Roberts on the Astros, and so is Kay. You guys are hot on the Astros. Maybe it was just, playing the Yankees, something in the mind here. Look, I don't know. Brent Cook, maybe here, Rangers. Here's Nathan with a first five. Let's see what we can do here. First five under and lean Astros. It's a lean to the Astros in the first five. France is 9-8-2 in the first 5 innings. Meanwhile, Hahne is 15-6-5 in the first 5 innings. One of the stronger first 5 records in the major leagues with Hahne. Londo, hello today, and he's going over. Here comes Curvin, Houston and under. Over here for Burley. Looks like a lot of two-way action from the crew here today. A couple more picks here. Yeah. Hahne's had a career. We mentioned France as one start. Hahne pitched a lot against Houston in his time, 14 career starts. So I don't know if there's much we can gather, even though it's a large sample. And here is Ray. He likes the Rangers. Lucci, hello. Nice to see you today. We got to be, just because he mentioned we might want to make a pick or something. It's not totally offensive. And we all know there's a couple. Hey, we all can't be Rex Ryan. All right. Hey, make a pick. Why don't you, Ramon? And I'm going to go on the under. Just read you a bunch of trends talking about the over here. Astros and Rangers, though. I think maybe that's what I'm getting at. And I'm going to take the under in this one at 9.5. I actually feel quite strong about it here at 9.5. And maybe it was going to be a premium, but let's just give it out here on the show. You guys are back and forth on the side, and maybe I'm not even I don't want to say it. I'm probably got a premium. Probably got a premium here. Blue Jays and Athletics in this game here. The Athletics with Waldachuk and Blue Jays with Jose Berrios on the road. Blue Jays $1.85. Total 8.5 over at -115. So these are the ones you got to get if you're the Blue Jays, but could they fall into a little bit of a funk heading in? Berrios is 0-3 with a 6.55 ERA over his last 4 starts. Interesting to note, the Blue Jays have gone over in just one of Berrios' last 10 starts. However, the Blue Jays are going over all of a sudden. We talked about the barrage of unders for a month and a half, right? Basically going under at, what was it, 75% clip over a 45-day span. Well, all of a sudden the Blue Jays have gone over in 7 of their last 8. Waldachuk, 19 starts. He's got a 5.92 ERA, 2-7 record. The A's have won 8 of their last 13 games. How about it, you guys? The A's here getting some nice money. I don't think I can talk you guys into it because the Blue Jays obviously got to, win games like this. But this is another good stretch for Oakland. All of a sudden, with the Jays kind of giving some back here. I know it's going to be mostly Oakland. So let's see. All right. Let's get it here now with going back quite a ways here. A lot of opinions here. Here comes Jay Smoove on the A's today. So at least he gets me started feeling confident with my early feel here about the game. And Dre says, give me Toronto on the run line. Frankie says Oakland run line. That's interesting. What is the Oakland run line here? Is it even money at least? Maybe it's minus $1.05, but it is the underdog side, even with the plus 1.5. Teresa says Blue Jays. Kay says Blue Jays. I know it's going to be a popular play, certainly. Nathan's going to be contrary. You guys, there's enough A's here covering that run line. Solos. It's, oh boy, maybe I want to go on Toronto now. You guys are, no, I respect you guys too much to do that. Other chats I might, okay, I think it's settled. I'm on the A. If you guys are with me on this, I like to stun you guys a little bit with a, I don't know if it's totally contrary. Waldichuk, for as bad as he is, he's actually, he's not. He's even money. He's not cost you any money. If you're betting Waldichuk every single game with his terrible numbers, you're about even this season. You haven't lost anything, which you're not gonna hang your hat on that. You're not going to build your bankroll. I'm just telling you, the A's, we know the A's are terrible. We know Waldichuk's bad, but they're often getting so much juice. They're often getting so much on the plus money that when they do score, it pays off. So, okay, Brent, see you later. Thanks for sticking as long as you could here today. Nathan on the A. You guys settled it. I mean, that's why I got you guys, chat. You guys are all on the A's. Man, we're all on the A's. Let's go out there and tell the world we're on the A's. I'll take them with you on the run line. Let's do it today. I was actually going to give out the total. Forget that. Let's give out the A's. That was the first, first kind of instinct there, and that's going to roll with it. Take them plus a run and a half. I don't know. Maybe even grab another run there and lay some juice. I'm all about that. I'm the guy that likes to do that. I'm not going to be the one telling you not to do it, because I like to do it. I like baseball handicaps. That's why they have it. Rockies and Diamondbacks. Talked about the teams involved in that wild card race. Well, the Diamondbacks, they're right there with those 4 teams, and they have one of their best going. Look, it ended yesterday for Gallen, no problem. I mean, he wasn't going to win. He wasn't going to dominate every home game. It sucks that, it came to an end there. But nice job by the Orioles to get that victory over Arizona. And now you got Arizona probably are too ridiculous of a price here, $250 and higher. And the total has dropped. Dropped to 8.5 over 15. Let me take a look here. Yeah, there is some widely reported steam that did come in on this under. Let's go ahead and update that on the screen. It is significant enough, I would say, at 8.5 over minus 115. The Diamondbacks, this is one of the where probably going to be, you probably can go to a square book and get it'll be $3 by game time. It feels like here. There is a way to kind of play some of the, those runaway favorites in September. You could get on some dogs early if you really anticipate it right, and or lay favorites early, lay big chalk like this, and still get a take back on an arbitrage. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with those details, but that happens quite a bit in September. Colorado and Arizona here with Lambert going up against Merrill Kelly, right? You guys, Brandon Pfaadt was in this spot for a time. Let me see here. All right. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Yeah, Lambert and Kelly in this one. Kelly with a 3.31 ERA this season. Lambert 4.95. Colorado road dog. It's usually an under. However, Colorado has gone over in 12 of their last 17 games. Arizona at home as a favorite, they often have been going under most of the season. However, they've gone over in 6 of their last 9 games right now. Colorado's lost 26 of 28. Arizona's lost 6 of their last 8 games. And this price probably even too high for this mismatch. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it. Let me see what you guys have to say in the chat here. And let's see, Nathan probably going to be on Colorado. Good thing good thing Nathan's Nathan, because you know how we feel about the potty humor in the morning steam chat. I'm teasing you, Nathan. You've got carte blanche to call it whatever you want with your awesome contributions for us. Appreciate you so much. All right. Big Lucci, you are the best in the chat, but only if everyone else says you are. So that's not for us to go making proclamations. And for much as what I loved, I'm on the Dion bandwagon. I thought taking exception to what the reporter said. Obviously, Dion, that's something I've noticed Dion does not understand. I give Dion all the credit. I love the social media he does. I love the guy who does the videos for him. They've got, he puts his whole program on tape, basically. But he doesn't know how the media. He does not know how the media works. He thinks media are fans and stuff like that. Media is reporting, so it's not our job. If we say you're losing, we're just reading into the facts. And yeah, maybe there's conjecture, speculation, predictions, but that's not the job as a coach to. If you've got those, that's where you find distractions. That's where you lose your focus a little bit. So careful, Dion. I know you're watching. Diamondbacks run line here. Curvin's going to go over in this one. And Solo says Rockies. Clyde says Rockies. Feels like some Rockies here. Diamondbacks run line for Michael. I want to try to find my way to the Rockies. I just, it's tough. The only thing that's got me on them here is the price. There is not a stat in the world, I don't think, that can have me on, Colorado necessarily here. I got to be honest. I'm on the under here as my play. The steam came in on the under. The number's not very good, but to me, I think this is a situation that is going to be under. Angel says, "Get me Diamondbacks first 5," and in this one, let's see here, Diamondbacks in the first 5. Okay. All right. Just a moment there. Here's Frankie on Arizona run line. And time commenter here today. I don't know. It's a strange comment because I don't think I've ever seen time commenter, but time commenter is willing to say we're the best. So it's interesting from a new commenter, but that's coming in with some confidence. All right, Lucci, Diamondbacks 8-2 against the Rockies this season. They need this one. You want to lay a run line? I don't know. Is it a hated rivalry? Heated rivalry? I don't know if it is. All right. Great point, Lucci. Just with confidence always. I'm lacking confidence today after what happened yesterday, but I think everyone knows I'm not short of confidence. Well, I am, but I ain't. I am, but I'm not. I am. Hey, walk me out that door into a discotheque, and I might not have a lot of confidence, but put me on here with a bunch of friends in the chat. We're going to have confidence. All right. And all right, I think we're in on this one. I'm going to take the under. Oh, the Red Sox, everybody. Everybody loves a good pair of Red Sox. And they're taking on the Rays. Brian Bello going up against Aaron Savali in this one. And the Rays are going to be a home favorite with their recent resurgence. But this price that you see on screen that I typed in about 2 hours ago, it's long gone. Is the money really coming in on Boston here today? I'm showing the Rays are down to $1.20. And this total is still about 8.5 under 20 for the most part across the industry. So the move here on the Red Sox, really? I'm starting to think there might be some value to be had on these Rays. Let's take a look at what you guys have to say. The reported steam definitely came in on the Red Sox in this one. I don't know if I'm buying into it, though. Savali, look, Bello's been good, and Bello's been a winner all season. He's profiting nearly a third of a unit every start. So he's been consistent. He's been a good winner this season. The Red Sox are 10-4 in his last 14 starts. He has a 2.55 ERA in his last 3 starts, but Savali has a 2.95 ERA in his last 4 starts and is 2-0. Tampa Bay has won 11 of 15, and Boston has lost 5 of their last 7. Tampa Bay plays 65% baseball pretty much at home this season. Getting a good price here, you guys, no doubt about it. Total at 8.5 under 20. Bello's gone over in 5 straight road starts, and the Boston Red Sox over train continues to roll. They've gone under in just 1 of their last 17 games. It's practically always an over right now for the Red Sox. Every single game practically going over. I don't know. I feel like these pitchers can calm it down. Who wants to buck that trend? But that was the way I was leaning. Let's see what you guys are doing in the Red Sox and the Rays. Rick says, I'm the best pal. What a great horse Best Pal was. Man, I'd probably put Best Pal up there in my all-time top 10 favorite horses to watch and bet on. I don't know, if he's in that class, but Best Pal certainly was a great, great horse. Google or Wikipedia Google Best Pal. Best Pal was awesome. All right. Let's start to get to the roll here on this one. Michael Roberts says, take the Rays. Thomas Lewis says, Rays on the money line. Angel says, Rays money line and over. And Time Commenter, another question here. Do you guys look at the most hits? You can get a good team with plus money for the most hits. I think that's a very interesting prop to look at with teams. I don't know if I have the time to always break it down, but that sounds great. Here's Howard Hogan. Time Commenter can join it. You can join us in my Discord if you want, and maybe bring us some of those winners, because that's what we're trying to do here is share good information and bring winners. All right. Frankie Diamond, Tampa Bay money line. Londo says the over in this one, again, with those Red Sox. Beanie Man on the Rays. And Lucci pointing out Tampa's home success. Nathan Cerna, well, who does he have in the race to 2? I don't know. Michael Thompson here, Tampa Bay money line. Yeah. Well, Thomas, I'm just talking about good. Yeah, Aladar, remember the great battles in 1979, I think, affirmed in Aladar. Maybe it was 1978. Somebody double check my work on that. Affirmed and Aladar battling in the Triple Crown, and you did spell it incorrectly there, but I think it's just a Y. I think it's Aldar. Law Dog says over here, Affirmed was the better. I was an Aladar fan. Affirmed with jockey Steve Coffin was the better of the 2 horses, but I liked Aladar better than Affirmed. because I was kind of down on Steve Coffin. I knew he would go off the rails. And look, he had that was an incredible stretch of horse. That was horse racing heyday right there. Cover of Sports Illustrated, the kid. All right. Anyways, for the Red Sox and the Rays, Ramon, get on track. All right. Yeah, and this one I'm gonna end up on the Rays here. At this price now, boy, I almost want to go. I'm locked in on the Rays. I almost want to go premium here. Look, there's always a chance that Mindy comes in on the same side and I get a premium out of it. Right now, we're not together, so I really don't know what she's going to have in store for me. I will tell you this: the Rays are going to be popular with handicappers today across the industry, selling their picks online. I would imagine the Rays. I've already seen them in some of the forums that I look at. Remember, I look at the forums. I look at what other handicappers are doing. Not everybody does that. Some people think that's not a politically. I don't want to have handicappers should not look at the other handicappers, but I do. So there's forums online where unfortunately people buy picks and then tell everybody else who they were on. I don't want to tell you guys about that. I'm trying to make some money here, but we got to win first. Thanks, you guys, for the great picks. I think we're done with this game. I'll take the Rays. Here's the Mariners. And oh, Mariners and Reds. Let me see if I can get. I do have the information here. I don't know why I didn't have this punched in. Oh, it's just coming up now on the line moves that TJ Antone is indeed going to be the starter. We were expecting TJ Antone. This is quite a story, you guys, with Antone. He's been on the injured list for 2 years here. He actually had some time with the Reds, but had Tommy John and was slow to come back. So he made his return. Actually, I want to say it was on Saturday, and boy, that's just great to see. I don't know much about him, but I did see the little highlights, and it must be awesome to be able to make a comeback like that. 2 years, you don't know if you're ever going to pitch again. Look, I mean, we know that TJ is a good thing. It sucks, but get the surgery. Most can make it back. Sometimes they're even better than before. Sometimes they don't make it back, or they're not the same. We think of it as a solution. It's not always. So he makes it back to the major leagues here. Let me put the line out. I see a line now coming out. So looks like it'll be Seattle here popping up. Oh, it's even popping up at DraftKings right now, $1.60, 10.5. Although I do see one square book offshore offering 10 over 15. Let me see if I can't narrow it down and decide which one it's going to be. I think 10.5 is what I see most across the industry right now. So Antone, TJ, and it's an opener for sure with Antone here. And remember, the Reds, they're probably, you guys maybe even talk about in the chat, you guys kind of woke me up to it a little bit. They definitely are having some issues with the pitchers, having some health issues there with the Reds. So I'm showing about $1. I'm going to call it $1.65 for the Mariners, and I'm going to call it 10.5 under. Since we're seeing a 10 out there, we'll just call it, how about 10.5 under 15? We'll just pick it right in the middle and do your shopping, everybody. In this one, between the Mariners on the road, the hot Mariners still, okay, they've lost 3 out of their last 5. I don't think anybody's panicking at this point with the Mariners, although, cost us money yesterday. Couldn't pick my nose. But Mariners here, $1.65. Is that too high for you guys here today? Let's see what you guys have to say in the chat. Woo, last 3 starts, 1.69 ERA and a 1-0 record. That's his last 3 starts. Reds have lost 7 of their last 11. Reds have gone under in 8 of their last 11. Seattle's gone over in just 2 of their last 7 games. And let's see here what you guys have to say in the chat. Seattle money line here for Howard. I thought he had Secretariat right. Let me see. I think Thomas has spelled Secretariat right in there. Anyways. Somebody else maybe. Okay. Oh boy. Ramon, focus. Here's Thomas on the Seattle money line. And Nathan's going to lay 2.5 runs with Seattle. Here, Ty, thank you. I just click on comments, even if it's not on the right game. All right, Jay, going under 10.5 here in this one. I might be a little bit undecided on the total. Probably going to come in on the side here in this one. I don't know, but man, it's still a high price. Frankie Diamond, Seattle money line, Rays on the under. Oh, awesome, Rick. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my interest as a child in greyhound racing. It piqued my interest in gambling as I attended dog races at the Agua Caliente racetrack in Tijuana from as early as I can remember. They told me I was there the night the track burned down. I can remember barely the lights flashing on and off, and I didn't know I was only a few years. It was a memory because you only remember like traumatic things from before 7 years old, and I remember being carried out there. But going to greyhound races, basically, I don't know, from age 3, 4, 5, all the way up till I was like 12 or 13. Just about every single night. That was my routine, and then go to school, come back. That was kind of weird. Nathan Sarda says Rays first 5. The Rays here. Let me see here. Oh, let me try to keep on the right game here, you guys. I know we've moved on. We're on the Mariners. Here we go. Londo Mariners. Help, Mindy. I need you. Butterscotch on Seattle. Michael Roberts on the Mariners. Angel says we're going over. And Big Luch says, got to go with Woo here. Mariners should bounce back, but not very confident of the pick. I think I'd be Luch, confident, but maybe the price, right? I mean, they should win. Seattle, the way they're playing, and the Reds, Beatty Man says Seattle and over. Look at Law Dog. I don't care what the price is. I'm taking Seattle. That cost me yesterday. Hello to Mac today. Verley on Seattle. And thanks to commenter. Yeah, we do WNBA. We're gonna do WNBA as well. I'm not married to Mindy, but I'm kind of married to Mindy and her family in a little bit. But Mindy is married. I'm single. But hey, NBA training camp. What day? It's just like 24 days away, I think. So, and there's I think some games on October 5th for. I don't want to say it's October 5th. Anyways, training camp is real close. All right, you guys, looks like you made all your picks here in this one. This one with me just putting up the line and starting to see it. Let me take a look at some line movement here and see if I'm totally sold on it. It does feel like the price is too high. Concerned about TJ Antone, concerned about the situation with Cincinnati. But remember when the coming out of the pandemic, and there was a situation where the Royals went up to Toronto, and like the Royals had to take the Omaha Royals, basically, and they were like the Blue Jays ended up being like minus, I don't know, it's like 500, and it was like a mid-season game, right? And the Royals went up there and beat it. That's baseball. I mean, a minor league team could beat a major league team, and the Royals went up there and dominated, even though they. Basically, everybody was out with COVID. So, all right. In this one, I'm going to take the Reds here on the run line. price too high. I'll take the Reds to keep it going with their bats. Hopefully all their pitching's healthy and okay. Keep it going here with the Twins and the Guardians with Lucas Giolito, who we mentioned, right? Giolito's found his third team this season. Look, the numbers haven't been great, but for the Guardians and given their current situation, this is a pretty decent, I don't want to say spot, but I'm sure they're glad they got Giolito. This is his first start with the team. The Twins are favored here, $1.30, maybe even up to $1.35. This total looks like it's flattening out right now to 8 in this one. In fact, it could be on the move lower. Are there 7.5s? I got to peek at the board here. No 7.5s yet in this one. But hang on. May go that way. Giolito, a 4.45 ERA this season in his 27 star. That's about, hey, everybody who started on rotation right now all season and haven't missed a start are right at about 27 starts. So Lucas Giolito, even though he's with his third team, he hasn't really missed any turns. I don't know if anybody has 28. I think the max right now. I don't know. There's a couple on 20. There's a couple on 28. So that's where we're at right now. 27, 28 starts for every pitcher, for the pitchers who have made their starts on rotation each week this season. Giolito, absolute money burner this season. He's 7-11, but gives away 0.44 units per start. So here you're getting him as a dog against the Twins. Saw the Twins lose on the road yesterday in an important game against the Rangers. The Twins have gone 6-6 over their last 12 games. We've talked about Cleveland and a little bit of woes there again, but now all of a sudden they're back to winning 6 of their last 9 games. Twins have gone over in 9 of their last 12. Giolito's gone over in 4 of his last 5 starts. Granted, he was not a member of Cleveland, which has been a very solid under all season long, even if it has been going under again for their last 5, as I might have said that. Lopez, 2.25 ERA in his last 6 starts, 4-1 record in those 6 starts. The Twins are 8-3 in his last 11 starts. He's gone over in 10 of his last 17 games. I'm going to probably end up waiting here to see if the total. I thought I was expecting the total possibly to move even lower. I'm going to be on the over here. In this one, the steam came in on the under. I'm going to look to see what you guys have to say. I imagine you guys. I feel like the chat's going to be under. There's not a lot of comments. It looks like in this one so far. Hey, what do you guys? I want to copy the channel across the street, but I do love that poll so much. I love showing your plays. I think that's important. But I was thinking about a poll that could be different from the one across the street, that maybe we could give you like 4 different things to choose from. Team A, Team B, over or under. Or Team A, Team B, run line, team. Make 4 different choices or maybe 6 different choices, including the run line. You get to pick one and then see what the chat has as their top play. Let me know what you think of that, either now or in the Discord. But I don't want to do exactly the same as the other guys. They came, they're doing it and I'm not. So, all right. Here we go now. Minnesota and Cleveland. We've got, and we got, this would be where Mindy talks and I try to catch up. All right. Here we go. Frankie on Cleveland, Thomas on Minnesota. Here's Howard says, go under. God got us here again today. Good to see you. God got us. Not the game we're talking about here. Maybe they're just a little behind. No big deal, but I want to say hello. So when they get here, hi. Law Dog says go under. Michael Roberts on Cleveland. And thank you for that very much, God got us. Appreciate that. Lucci says, well, darn it. It's never a trap, God got us, is it? I do love the name. Okay. Looks like not very strong on this one, you guys. So good. I'll take the over here with these two. I thought you guys might be over City. Oh, under City, actually. Londo, Cleveland, money line. Thank you to everyone joining me here on the show today in the chat. Appreciate you guys very, very much. All right. No, there's not, Clyde, but we're so closely tied to the, and they did it first, but they're doing a little different. I thought maybe we could just take it up a notch, but there's a little more work I'd have to do, but I don't mind. Okay, next up, I think I've got to do some housework here because it's a Pirates game, and I don't think I had the data typed in and the show started. Here we go. Yeah, they're still undecided, but there is a line out, so you can bet it with action. Burns is up to $2, total 8.5. Luis Ortiz certainly, I think, is expected to be the starter for the Pirates here. Ortiz, 11 starts so far. Oh, shoot. 11 I'm going to get you that info on the screen here. All right. Ortiz. And let me see the line. I'm going to update it here because it looks like $2 is what I'm seeing, and 8.5. Here we go. Here we go. The graphics guy is terrible, I'll tell you. Burns minus $2, and the total, let's call it 8.5. In this one, I think there were possibly a look at an 8, but just not enough information yet. I do have some notes on the game. Burns has a 3.82 ERA in his last 6 starts. Of course, he's 3.55 on the season. The Brewers are just 7-7 on the road with Burns. Burns has gone under in 7 of his last 9 starts. Brewers remain hot. They've won 11 of their last 14 games. But how about the Pirates? Here they come. They've won 5 of their last 6 games. Of course, they were playing the Cardinals. And Mindy and I tried to go with the Pirates yesterday, but the Cardinals actually got the money and ended that streak. So Pirates continue to mash to a certain extent. They have gone over in 29 of their last 45 games. Brewers have gone under in 4 of their last 6. See what you guys have in this one. That price is getting a little high, no matter how you look at it. We know the Brewers are in pretty good position right now on the Cubs. I think they're 3.5 ahead of the Cubs currently. So, not gonna, the thing about the Brewers are involved in a lot of close games, no doubt about it. They're pretty clutch. I'd say the Brewers are pretty clutch. They play close games and they win. Now, you're not going to find them on top of the list of, outscoring their opponents by massive amount of runs. The Cubs would be better at that than the Brewers. Here come the plays. We've got Scotch to lead us off because he's got the Brewers as a Scotch lock. Oh, on the run line. Wow. Okay. Brewers to keep it going here. Frankie Diamond on the Brewers. Here's the thing, right? The Brewers, I love the road, love teams that can go on the road and win. The Brewers have quietly been amassing a great road record now. They're now up to 46-24 on the road. Howard says Brewers run line here is over for Verley. And, we'll see this, Ortiz, not official. I think it's going to be Ortiz. Luis Ortiz for the Pirates. Brewers run line here. Thomas Lewis looks like he's agreeing with the lock. Clyde on the Brewers. Everybody on the Brewers. Brewers run line for Ron. Lucci says, we take the Pirates, that's when they let you down. Brewers don't cover. They don't cover run, right? Is that what you're saying, Ray? Because like I said, they win close games. Nathan says like 3.5 though with the Brewers. Forget the close game here. Michael Roberts, Brewers run line. Brewers are clutch, but what is there? I might have to take a peek at that. Actually, I didn't look as deep into the game because of pitching, and then I end up blowing it on looking up some of the stats, like the little, like, what are they actually doing on the run line? Because in baseball you can kind of go off the cuff, can't you, a little bit with generalities, just because the season is so long. That's why I read you a lot of the statistics that involve short-term results, right? How we're doing last 7 to 10 days sometimes. Brewers 25-40 as a run line favorite. That's not good. But that contrasts their overall record, if you will, especially as a favorite, where they're 38-27. So think about that. They're 38-27 as a favorite, but they're 25-40 as a run line favorite. So that's a lot of one-run victories. Michael Thompson says Milwaukee run line, Beanie Man run line, Big Lucci price is too high. I agree. It's probably at least 20 cents too high. And this line looks like it's going to be, pretty official. I think every book out there might be offering right now. Not every book, but you do have some books that'll be able to deal in this game if are wanting to take action. Again, you can't specify a pitcher for the Pirates if that's a big deal to you. Again, I always want my guy to pitch. Very infrequently is there going to be a downgrade in my starting pitcher. But I want my standard play is to take my guy, and I don't care what the other team was. Action for the other team. If anybody, ever wrestles with that, like, what do I take? Do I move it, or they get bummed when they get a loss and the pitching change happen and stuff like that? All right, I better make a play here with you guys on this one. And, talking about all those Pirates overs and everything, but I'm going to be on the under here. You guys seem to be thinking that Burns is going to deal today. And, why wouldn't he keep it up necessarily? Like I said, he hasn't been great. He does not have a win in any of his last 6 starts, has not recorded a win. All right. Pirates run line for Ray. He says he agrees with Lucci. Did Lucci take to that? Okay. Phillies and Padres, Taijuan Walker and Rich Hill. Rich Hill is now the favorite, you guys. Rich, 20 miles an hour in September, 20 miles an hour slower in September. Hill, I kid you, but we'll see how it works. I mean, look, if you're the Padres, right, you're throwing Hill out there and Lugo out there. Look, these were fine options for a long season, but the Padres really didn't. I don't know. They didn't make the right moves. Did they give up a little bit? I don't know. Now they're looking at a situation where they're actually still, I don't know. They're breathing. We got them out of the lake. They're breathing, but they need to win. They need to win. They need a massive winning streak. And you're going against Taijuan Walker, who, quite frankly, has been a moneymaker for us this season. Let's just call it like it is. Walker seems like he gets some money every time he's out there right now. I mean, he has been one of the reasons why we've seen the Phillies be so solid atop that wild card in the division right now. You're not going to catch Atlanta, but nobody's going to. I mean, the Phillies are right there, but the Cubs are right there, 2.5 back of the Phils, but the Phillies have that top spot right now in that wild card race. So, like I said, one of those 2 teams would have to fall out for one of those other 4 teams to kind of get in. It's only going to be one of those other 4 teams. The Phillies have the 5.5 game cushion over those 4 teams. So we'll see how that goes. So in this one, the Phillies have won 16 of Walker's last 20 starts. Now, Walker hasn't been that good of late. He's got a 5.17 ERA in his last 3 starts, but Rich Hill has an 8.8 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Padres lost all 4 of those games. They are on that 3-game winning streak. They took down the Giants over the weekend, even beat Cobb yesterday with Lugo. So at least we had a winner there. I gave out the under on the show. At least that was a solid winner. Any uh, goofball on YouTube can throw out a winner now and then. How can I go with the Padres here when we've been making money with Walker all season? The computer, I don't know. The computer might throw the computer out in this one. I'm going to take probably the Phillies here. I don't know. What do you guys have to say in the chat? Talk me off the ledge with my Padres. We need wins. I mean, I've given up, but I mean, I would still cheer for a miracle run. Hi, Lazzy. Nice to see you today. All right. Here come the play. You guys are still on that. Man, I could have stayed on that Brewers game a little bit. Here comes Frankie on Philly. Howard's on Philly. Here's Philly for Teresa. I think she says it's a bomb play. Is that a bank? Is that a bomb? Are you going to bomb a bank? Teresa, hold on. The FBI might be watching this. Here's Phillies for Beanie Man. Here's Michael Thompson on the Phillies today. Thomas Lewis on the Phillies. Phillies, all Phillies. Okay, you guys, you're burying my Padres. I'm on the Phillies here in this one. Come on, Padres. I'll take the Phillies, but I'm just saying. For my, Padres are my team for anyone just joining us. Phillies have gone over in 11 of their last 16 games. Padres have gone under in 7 of their last 11. I'm going to take the Phillies. Here we go. Orioles and Angels with Grayson Rodriguez on the road here. Huge favorite. Showing it's actually up to $1.75 total. I'm going to update the prices because the total is actually, I said 9 over 15 there. Now it's pretty much 9 under 15 across the board, with some 9 flats out there still. But looks like this total is moving under. The steam came in on the Orioles. Reported steam came in on the under. What? Man, it really came in on the under in this one. Look, you have Rosenberg here going. This is Kenny Rosenberg. He's pitched just 2 games so far with the Angels. So he's pitched in just 5 games in his career. So far has a 6.43 ERA this season and a 2.29 whip in just 7 innings. He has struck out 7. So we don't know that much about him, but let me see here. I do have Rodriguez hot right now in his last 3 starts. He has a 1.89 ERA and a 2-0 record. Orioles have gone 11-7 in his 18 starts this season, showing profit. Orioles have won 13 of their last 20. Angels have lost 22 of their last 29. But gosh, I might find my way to a run line here, you guys. What are you guys going to do? Angels have gone over in 5 of their last 6 games. Orioles have gone under in just 4 of their last 16 games. Where do they get off with this steam on the under? What are these wise guys thinking? What are these sharps thinking? Well, I know it's in Anaheim. Wind's blowing straight out. It's not very stiff. But, kind of want to save it as a premium. Maybe I'll take the Orioles here and shout out my thoughts randomly and give you, hey, DB, nice to see you. Thomas wants me to divorce the Padres and I'll sleep better. Thomas, I'm from San Diego. We'd only have one team. We only got one team in professional sports. They even folded the soccer team last week, the second division team. They did get an MLS expansion franchise. It is final, but they ended up folding their San Diego. The team folded. They figured they can't compete with an MLS team, and that was sad. It was very sad. The San Diego Loyal, who really made their name for, there was an LGBTQ controversy that they got involved, and that's how they made a lot of money on merchandise for a time. There for a couple of months, they were like a very hot commodity in marketing. Okay, let's get on with Baltimore here. Howard Hogan, Baltimore. Frankie on Baltimore. Ron's got this as his favorite game of the night. Take Baltimore. DB here, first time we've ever had DB. Goes with Baltimore, and I appreciate you being here, DB. I like that the DB comes out looking like a logo a little bit. It's DB. Burley here. Orioles run line. I'm on the Orioles run line with you guys. I'll take it. Yeah, Big Lucci, isn't that funny? The Padres cannot win a fourth straight game. I mean, it's kind of like their big problem. They didn't put a winning streak together or anything. And I don't know. Looks to me like it's representative of the type of personnel that they have. I'll take the Orioles here on the run line. I think the Orioles, I don't know much about this guy, but let's think the Orioles match. I'm going to be fading those Sharps today. Calling me a steam chaser? I'm going probably the opposite. Orioles for Michael. And I do live in Vegas, Thomas, but I can't, I don't know. My heart's there. I do like it here. We'll see what happens. I'm missing high school football season right now in my hometown on Friday nights, watching it on, every high school now you can get like a camera where you can see the games and the thing just follows the ball. It's like AI, and you can watch any game as long as they fit. Everybody has their camera up. I could watch all the games. Here's Soto, home run. There's no announcer or anything. You just watch the game, hear the crowd. All right, I'm on Orioles on the run line. And then I can adopt these Las Vegas teams, Thomas, because they're better anyways, even the Raiders.